Hello and welcome back to the end of another week. What happened? I know last night we had torrential rain, so we literally got like however much this is in one night. A lot. We got a lot of rain last night. I'll throw in some video of the lightning storms. They were pretty cool. I also had more mulch delivered, so we have another 6 cubic meters over there. Last week I wasn't sure if they had planted the field, but they definitely have. So we are again surrounded by corn. So that'll be fun. For me, that's fun to watch. It grows really quickly. I mean, I mentioned in last week's video that I had no idea whether or not it was even planted, but now you can definitely see the kind of haze of green where everything's growing in. My little garden is doing pretty well. I have the daikons and the radishes that are coming up. The tomatoes I'm really happy with because these are all tomatoes that I grew from seed. So that's pretty exciting because they were kind of small and I was a little concerned, but they seem to have caught up. The calendula Susie flowers are perking up. I did also go to the shop and bought some new plants. So yeah, so there's like a Japanese aubergine eggplant here. And since I'm not sure if my lawn peppers will work out because they're like tiny, I did go ahead and buy 2 lawn peppers from the store as well. Oh, and I bought a cucumber. I mean, not a cucumber, a zucchini. Round zucchini, which I'm hoping to train up this pole. So we'll see how that works. My tomatoes, I've started staking and pruning off the suckers. So you can see we have little flowers, but yeah, we also have suckers. So I just go in and take those off. And actually in the house, I've been putting these into one of my little like propagation stations just to see if they'll grow. I mean, they will grow. They'll grow roots. But obviously I don't need any more tomato plants. I just feel bad about like throwing them away. Eventually I want to get a worm farm and then all these scraps will go to the worms and then I won't feel so bad. This bed, I finally got around to basically finishing at least the bottom layer. So I've been taking native clay soil from that pile there and sifting it. I actually got myself a new sifter over there. So sifting it to get all the big chunks out, and then adding it back here because when I did my initial double dig, that really adds a lot of air to the soil. And then of course, as it rains and as time goes down, like it basically sunk. So by the end of last season, all of these beds were sunken, which I guess I should have expected, but I didn't really. So I've been kind of backfilling. This one got backfilled. This one's in the process of getting backfilled. And this one, like I had to take all my garlic out before, so this one's also going to be in the process of getting backfilled as I harvest the rest of this bed. But look, again, we have little volunteer tomatoes. I think these are from the giant like cherry tomato thing that was here. So I didn't plant any of these this year. And I may try to go ahead and like take these out and relocate them maybe like over there once I get it mapped out. Because if you don't remember, like all of these have grids. So I go around and I put these little nails like every 30 centimeters, which is roughly a foot. And then I put these strings on so that I create little squares. And that helps me kind of organize my planting. For me, it works really well. It's kind of based on the square foot garden, but since I don't use their special dirt, It's basically just grid gardening, and it makes it really easy for me, and it works, or it seems to work. What else is happening? Mulch, yeah. So I got more mulch, and so I've been mulching. I've started working down this space, and I got all the way down to my sink. So this little area is looking pretty good. I kind of stopped around here just because I think I actually need Francis to help me figure out what we're doing with the stairs, because I think the stairs are probably going to come up to about here. So I don't necessarily want to keep mulching, because I don't think the mulch is going to go all the way down the stairs. But I don't know. Up here, I know that the mulch, basically my idea is to bring the mulch all the way along, because here there's going to be like a big path for my trolley thing. And I've started, basically, as I've been pulling up this weed block from inside the garden, I'm now moving it out here, because this is the space that will eventually get the chickens. So Francis and I are kind of going back and forth as to whether or not I should actually even bother spending time trying to do weed suppression here, because once we get chickens, he says that they're just gonna like destroy everything, and they probably will, because they eat everything. But it's just it's a lot of weeds, and I know Francis, like he was just out and did a bunch of weed whacking, and then look, like it's all back. So I'm not sure. For the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because I can always take it up and the weeds are just gonna like spring right back. So I'm not too worried about it. This mulch will come all the way out. I was going to mulch down in there, and then Francis mentioned possibly getting the contractor guy to come out and start doing the concrete along here and the gutter, because we were going to do that anyway, before we had the idea of the greenhouse. And his mom has a greenhouse for her orchids, so we talked to her about what she suggested, because originally we were talking about diverting the water over the greenhouse and then over to the drain, which is way over there. But then she said, no, having the drain in the greenhouse is actually a great idea. So we're back to square one, which is our original plan of putting concrete, basically a concrete pad and a gutter that will go down, and divert all of the water to this thing over here. So basically we have, yeah, it's kind of blocked, but yeah, we have this thing that I'm trying to keep clear, unsuccessfully, obviously. But yeah, so this is a tube that basically goes like all the way down and around and then out to the gutter. So yeah, that is the plan. What else? Francis is still working on those things in the kitchen, but he's basically been figuring out exactly how to do the stain. So maybe next week that will happen. Things to come. I know the electrician is supposed to be coming out this week to start working on the stuff out in here. So like we have a new motor for the gate, because like it basically completely bit the dust. So we've been like manually pulling it back and forth, but we have a new motor. So he's going to put that in. He's also going to rewire the lights that you can't really see, but yeah, there's basically there's lights that exist out here, and there's lights that exist like in this thing here. He's already done the lights up here. We just need to get fixtures and put them in there. Yeah. So I think that's about it. I haven't touched the pile of mulch over there. So hopefully next week there'll be less rain and I will work on getting that pile of stuff basically all up in this area. Maybe even inside the garden, because I'm still not sure exactly what I'm doing for the rest of the garden. And I'm trying not to like pressure myself into coming up with a plan right away, because then I just get stressed out. So yeah, I'm basically thinking about bringing mulch and just taking up all this plastic weed block, putting the cardboard down, laying out the mulch, and at least then it'll look a lot nicer than it looks now. And then, like I say, move the weed block over here to just start doing weed suppression in this area, and potentially start getting ready for chicken infrastructure. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited. Things obviously are taking a lot longer than I thought, but it's all okay. I'm happy that we have some things growing in the garden. That's pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to next year having a lot more like organization and things growing. So if you have any suggestions on plants that I should grow in the garden, throw me a comment and let me know, or just ping me if you have my contact information. But yeah, hopefully I'll convince Francis to do another cutting the grass. We are thinking about getting a lawnmower because I feel more comfortable using that. And then I can help lawn mow. But yeah, so that's it. I will go ahead and leave you with the sunset. I'll zoom in so you can see the horses. There's baby horses. You can only, oh yeah, there's two baby horses there. The brown one obviously goes to the brown mom, and then behind the brown one there's a golden one that goes to that golden mommy. So they've been fun to watch. And then we have the sunset out here because it's basically 9 o'clock. So that's it for this week. I hope you had a good one, and I will see you next week. Bye.